Tastes like
You can
tastes like a
taste the
maple.
politeness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour Podcast pregame episode. Of course, the band's back together. Matt's with me. Tom Nutty is back. Tom Nutty's been having a couple of comedy shows lately, so he hasn't been able to join us. And of course, shout out to Team Skeet. I am wearing one of their official Team Skeet t-shirts. They sent us out a care package this week, so you'll see us wearing various things, including a very nice apron that Matt was going to wear momentarily, but he didn't wear it, so maybe I'll wear it on the May 7th episode for the 100th episode. And I might wear just that with no shirt and just have that on the whole time and not say anything to the 30 guests who pop on and just have just that on. And unfortunately, you know how this works, and we run into this often. Unfortunately, Richie Rich could not join us tonight. It was one of those kinds of things where he had other plans, and he decided not to tell our PR friend Elaine Shapiro until probably about 2 hours ago. And at 4:30, I was panicking while driving home from work, like, well, what the fuck? And I thought it was just going to be the three of us, or Eileen was going to join us herself, because I don't like switching around graphics because I pay money for all that graphic work to get done. But shout out to Derek over at Curtain Jerker Designs. He did a brand new graphic for me, rush jobbed it to me today, like within 20 minutes time, and I was able to post it. So our guest, and I'm going to butcher his name so bad. Like,
I think there's only 3 vowels in his name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So our guest tonight is, and I'm gonna butcher this so bad, is Twizm Whitepiece, who's a rapper who can rap within apparently he can form a rap within 1 minute. So I'm thinking that what we do is tonight we each name off terms or words, each one of us, and see if he can throw it together in a rap.
What if we did this? What if instead of the normal Cards Against Humanity segment, we draw a card for him and he's got to make a rap about that?
That's good. What we'll do is we'll do the regular segment, but we'll also use those cards. Maybe whatever cards he chooses, he has to use in a rap.
Yes.
And then we'll use the other cards as well, like from
the Incoherence
Cards Against Humanity also, and he has to use those in a rap along with other various words and terms.
But don't tell him that that's what he's gonna do, because then he might pick ones that are fucking throwaways,
Yeah.
So let him pick normally, and then at the end we'll be like, okay, you picked these. Now you have to make a rap about it.
And one thing we're going to bring back tonight, and the one episode when Mr. D couldn't make it, and it was just me and Matt, we did a segment called Blind News Article Reads, which I thought went very, very well. It was a lot of fun. So we're going to bring that back and start trying to do that every single week. The Blind News Article Reads, which one later is one. And I just read the title of something and then we read it live on air. And the first one I saw was teacher lights students' hands on fire with hand sanitizer. And then the other one was man arrested for masturbating 4 times allegedly on Southwest airline flight. And I was like, okay.
I heard of that one. I heard that one. Of course.
So we're going to read those off and react to those and talk to those a little bit later once we get into our regular episode. And for those of you watching or listening at home, well, nobody listening at home because this is our pregame exclusive to YouTube. For everybody watching now, our D-Siren episode is a little bit delayed on the audio version because I've been a little bit under the weather the last couple of days. I didn't go to work yesterday. I was super sick, had a sore throat. I feel a lot better today. My coworkers were actually joking around saying that I didn't have COVID. I had diet COVID. So that's the whole,
COVID light.
So, and my wife, she was like, you don't have a fever. You're okay. And I'm like, yeah, my throat hurts, bitch. Leave me alone. Go away.
Well, that's what I asked before I came over. I said, are you throwing up?
Yeah.
If you're not, then I don't really give a shit.
That's where Matt draws the line. Throw up. It's like my eyeball could be hanging out of my skull, and Matt's just kind of like, I'll be there.
I got young kids. I deal with throw up too much, so I don't want to have to deal with a grown man throw up.
Yeah, I'm just spewing vomit just all over the fucking place, as we're just live, just so. But yeah, so
no, if you got a sore throat, you're coughing and shit, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, dude, let me tell you where it's at. If you guys get a cold or any kind of flu or anything like that, fucking Mucinex cold and flu, that's where it's fucking at. I stayed home yesterday. I went and got some of that shit. I slept till about like 2:00. I got it at like 10. I slept till like 2, and I woke up and I was like, "Am I in a different dimension?" I felt like I died and resurrected as like a different Ray in a different universe. Like I like
the last time I had like a real serious cold, I just took like a bunch of horse dewormer and I was
Horse
fucking
dewormer?
good. Yep, I was fucking good.
So you were good, but you didn't have to worry about getting any horse worms. Like
No,
that's
fuck no horse worms and no sniffles. I was good to go.
So see, here's the thing. So you can have horse dewormer. So horse worms, are those different than like dog worms or like worms that we would get? Like, are they like you know how you have like horse flies and like horse fish or what, you know, all that bullshit? And
Horse fish?
whatever the fuck those seahorses.
The sad part is I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said it.
Yeah. But like that's the thing. It's like the worms, like horse worms, like horseshoe flies and all that, and horse flies are like bigger versions of flies. So it's like, are these like these massive, like pretty much they're not worms anymore, they're snakes. They're just fucking snakes on the inside of you.
I don't even know because I take horse dewormer. I don't have them. You know?
Oh my god.
I just take what is that? Thermoflu?
Yeah.
When I get sick, I just take Thermoflu.
And Twizm. So Twizm Whitepiece. I'm trying to remember this because I'm gonna fuck that up so bad. I'm gonna call him Twizit. I'm gonna call him like Exhibit. I'm gonna fuck
Don't
this
call
up.
Him Exhibit.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck
that
this
rapper
up
name
so
is
bad.
taken.
Like, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here, you know, the first night we're sitting here representing Team Skeet because they sent us a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna just butcher this dude's name. Like, I'm just, They're gonna be like, we're never sending those, or they're gonna be like, he used the fucking the rolling papers we sent. So, but no, definitely big shout out to them. Apparently, they're huge fans of the show. Reached out to us, was like, hey, can we send you some stuff? I was like, you can send me whatever the fuck you want, and sure enough, they did. So we got boxers, we got shorts, we got a hoodie, we got t-shirt, hat, like you name it, playing cards, stickers, all kinds of shit, rolling papers. So make sure you check out Team Skeet, and you know, make sure you're the age of 18 or older if you check out that website, and make sure you have your parents' permission if you are not. So
I don't know if that's how that works.
Yeah. Hey, you know, parent permission.
Yeah. So real quick, I had it pulled up, but I must have not saved it. So here we go. We're going to get into our Urban Dictionary term of the night, which is skeets, celebrating teamskeet.com. And there's a couple of definitions. The one main definition, which Team Skeet goes by, is skeets, to ejaculate cum, get there. And then the definition is the act of ejaculating. And then when you scroll down, there's other definitions that get kind of interesting. Skeets, a small yellow gold 25th century artificial intelligence that is the partner of the cocky and showboating DC comic book superhero Booster Gold. And then it says, young boy, can I have your autograph? Booster Gold, sure you can. Young boy, oh, I thought you were Green Lantern. Skeets, I would like your autograph, sir. Booster Gold, shut up, Skeets. So, yeah, so I've never heard of Booster Gold, but I am going to, however, look up Booster Gold now. And then the third one is plural of skeet, usually found hanging around on street corners outside of chip shops or in arcades. Tend to spit a lot. Do not go into the shopping center. It's full of skeets. Old Dole Day. It's Dole Day. What the fuck is Dole Day? All right, I'm going to click on Dole Day.
That's European if I ever heard it, because there ain't no chip shops around.
Oh, no, it's not European. It is Australian. Unemployment benefits from the government, known in the U.S. as welfare. Also, see Dole Bulger. All right, so let's see Dole Bulger. All right, so Dole Bulger.
Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole now.
Yeah,
now we're just going down the rabbit hole.
Someone who receives unemployment benefits from the government but are too lazy to look for work. That sounds like America. That is straight up America.
Also see American Dream.
Yes, but not Dusty Rhodes. Just type in Google American Dream. Don't mind the American Nightmare. That's his son, Cody Rhodes, who recently came back at WrestleMania. American Dream. That is what you're looking up, because that's what it is, to not work and get paid by the government.
100%.
See, I've always known that skeeting meant coming. So because it's like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Remember that Little John song?
Oh yeah.
We're just like,
Oh, skeet, 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 skeet,
So,
skeet.
so yeah, he's literally talking about jacking off everywhere.
Well,
So
I mean, here's the idea, and this is an idea for Team Skeet. Like all their videos, when the guy's skeeting all over the chick, they should add that sound file in the background. Like
I'm
as
sure
he's
they
just
have.
firing, it's like, oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Like, yeah. Just, but it's like a little like cartoon. Like you ever see what the hell was the show? It was a game show where they were like, come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, stop. And like when the whammies pop up, it's like a little cartoon image of a whammy. Like instead, it's Little John that pops up and he's just skeeting like all over the fucking place in the bottom corner of the screen when they do that.
Oh my God.
little window to the wall.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the kind of thing like what the hell was it? Scary, I think what was it? Scary Movie 2 or Scary Movie 3 when the chick had to like suck the guy off to like get out of the room, or they were trapped in a room.
I think it was the
And
first
like
one. That was
he
like the
blew
first
a
one.
load like all over her, and it, like she was like trapped against the wall or whatever.
Or no, okay, that was the I don't know because it
That
happened.
was number 2. I think it happened in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you had the crippled guy that was like, "No, I can do it myself," and that hot redhead like was gonna like just totally help him, and he's like, "No, I can do it myself," and you see him sucking his own dick, and it's like, dude, like I appreciate your skill, but why? Like I don't
Look,
like.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that same movie, either it was 2 or 3 with the same guy, has one of the funniest scenes in movie history where the guy with the little hand is like, oh, let me give you a round of applause. Let me give you a standing ovation. And they just go back and forth digging on each other's cripples for like fucking 8 minutes. It's one of my favorite things that ever happened.
That kind of thing that if you equally want to offend somebody today, you fucking straight up just play that scene over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And
Anybody under the age of like 22 is going to have a stroke.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, oh my God, those two crippled people, they're making fun of each other. You find humor in this? Bitch, you're in a movie theater. You saw the fucking trailer. Get the fuck out of here. Skeet your ass on out of here.
Were there
Typical Skeet.
Yeah, they're like two crippled people like making fun of each other. I think they cancel each other out at some point. So it's like, does it matter? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it matters today.
Not offended.
Yeah. Well, I also like it wasn't that. It was Harold and Kumar. When if anybody watches Oz or Law and Order SVU, Christopher Maloney was in that movie. And a lot of people don't know that in Harold and Kumar, he was the redneck guy that wanted them to fuck him and his wife. And everybody was like, oh, and that was Christopher Maloney. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's like Chris Maloney or whatever. Like, fuck. So, and don't mind me, as you might hear me cough a handful of times tonight, because as I said, I have diet COVID. So it's COVID, but without the pizzazz of COVID. It's not COVID. I just have a fucking cold or, something along those lines, because I am not in the hospital and I am not dead. So it is not COVID.
It's also called having a vagina.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now having a vagina, well, I have a vagina because I'm sick. God forbid. God forbid. Meanwhile, Matt's like, I can't do vomit. Like, oh, yeah. So now I know, like, the next time we drink at the house, all I need to do is just start throwing up. Matt will be like, I gotta go. See you later.
I'll probably just start throwing up with you.
Yeah. Matt's just like, oh no, I can't. You see Matt. You see Matt with his fist like halfway down his own throat.
Oh my God!
Hitting the little ball in the back of his fucking throat, trying to force himself to throw up.
That reminds me, like me and my buddies back in the day.
Oh God!
Around the neighborhood.
Oh God! Did you guys fist each other's throats?
No, not that part.
We didn't use fists.
Yes, sick bastard. No, that we did that one Jackass challenge. I think it was Jackass that did it. Where you got to drink like a half a gallon of milk.
I got it. You
under a minute.
You stuck a car in a condom and shoved it in your ass.
No.
Okay.
But if you've ever tried to drink a gallon of milk,
okay,
in like less than 5 minutes, you will puke everywhere.
Oh.
And you will probably. I was able to puke on command. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna puke," blah. And we literally were just like throwing up in the streets and making like this artistical work in just the middle of the road. it was great. Good times.
Yeah, that sounds pretty adventurous. So, but no, I mean, dude, like it's just the whole thing. Now I know tonight my wife's gonna come home. She doesn't know I got this Team Skeet care package. She's gonna look at my shirt. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck's that?" I'll be like, "That's the care package that we got last week." She'll be like, "Oh well, what the fuck's Team Skeet?" Well, I mean, you can Google it and you'll see what the fuck it is. Like, I mean, it's good. What do you think our podcast is about? Like, are you in the know of anything? Like, come on now.
I'll just do what I normally do and just lie. I'll say, it was Skeeter, Team Skeeter. Yeah, Skeeter. She's like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Skeeter Valentine, the blue guy from fucking Doug.
Skeeter, come on, everyone knows Skeeter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, well, at this point, like, does Team Skeet, do they do a porn parody now of Doug? And you have Skeeter, you have the blue guy, because sign me up, like a blue guy fucking people. Like I'm in it for that. Like,
especially fucking a girl named Patty Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because you want some of my mayonnaise, and it's skeet. Like he fucking convulses and fucking just like, stutters skeet as he's fucking doing it. Like, I mean, that's just the whole.
He spells it out on her stomach.
Yeah. No, he doesn't spell it out on her stomach. He smears it like it's mayonnaise. Like he's trying to fucking put it on bread. Yeah.
Right. He puts it on his Chick-fil-A. Fuck it.
He punches her in the nose, and the ketchup. It looks like ketchup and mayonnaise mixed, but instead it's her blood and mayonnaise.
Right. I just made a candy cane.
Yeah,
that is actually one of those sexual things that they talk about. What is it like?
That's actually I can find that on
like the
dictionary. I'm not sure what it's called. Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I think it's called the candy cane.
Yeah,
because it's the crossing of the colors or whatever. So, but
you don't even want to know what a mint chocolate chip is. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. It might not even be real.
You know who wants to know what a mint chocolate chip is? Patty Mayonnaise.
Oh fuck yeah, she's about to find out.
Yeah. She's not going to be Patty Mayonnaise when Skeeter Valentine's done. She's going to be Patty Chick-fil-A sauce. That's what she's going to be when he's fucking done. Just sign me up for Patty Chick-fil-A sauce. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A sauce is the greatest thing that was ever invented. I just want you guys to know that.
I know we have a squirt bottle of it up in my refrigerator.
I have two of them. I got two.
It's because my wife's a fan of it, because I'm not really a big sauce guy. Like, I don't like
you can put it on everything.
Right.
But that's the thing though. Like me, like when I eat chicken tenders, like I'm really weird. Like I either do ketchup or I dip them in like mashed potatoes. Like,
now, I agree with both of those options. But hear me out and throw some Chick-fil-A sauce on it. You can do whatever you live a little, Ray. Come on.
See, here's the thing, and I may have talked about this before around
you could
Thanksgiving.
Take your dry ass wing somewhere else.
I feel robbed of the fact that most of us that's our age group, I feel like that Kentucky Fried Chicken did something to us that we don't realize that they did to us. Because if you ever had a mashed potato bowl from KFC,
I just did.
I fucking created that shit. We created that shit.
All of us did. Yeah, we all did it.
We mixed it. I would not eat peas or corn as a kid unless my parents put it in mashed potatoes and I shoved those mashed potatoes down my fucking fat face and fucking ate them like that. And that's the only way they would ever be able to get me to fucking eat them. Oh, you don't want to eat peas or corn or any other vegetable? Boom, put it in there. My dad's fucking loading spinach into fucking goddamn fucking mashed potatoes because he knows my fucking fat ass like, oh, mashed potatoes. Don't mind the fact that it looks like some fucking Green Giant just shit all over the top of the fucking mashed potatoes. Like, no, don't worry about that.
Well, look, I'm the opposite. I did not do that mashed potato thing because I'm a little strange. I don't like my food to touch. So
my wife's like that.
You're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're one of those
guys.
I
stand corrected. My wife is not like that. My wife is the type that will not eat something else on her plate until she's eaten the one thing. So if there's like
she's one of those guys.
She'll eat all the peas first, then she'll eat all the corn first, and then she'll eat all of the chicken.
I'm like that,
and I'm just kind of like me. I'm like fucking mixing everything together and like just like a savage. Like it's like a fucking milkshake. of all the shit together on the plate.
Like Thanksgiving dinner, I do the same thing every time. I get all the shit for Thanksgiving, right?
Oh yeah.
And then I'll get like 3 dinner rolls, and I'll make 3 dinner roll sandwiches out of all the shit, and I'll have like 3 biscuit sandwiches.
It's like sliders. It's Thanksgiving sliders.
Now, that's exactly what I call them.
Yeah. Right, now I agree with that. I can do that. There's just certain things that I cannot mix together. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, we talked about it earlier. I mean, could you mix together blood and sperm? Because I mean, that Skeeter Valentine, obviously, it was like, oh, well, all right, I'm gonna skeet and I'm gonna punch you in the nose and we're gonna candy cane this bitch. Like,
I don't know. Isn't there like a 1%, like a 0.001% like blood in your sperm and semen? Isn't there some? There's I think so. It's got to be some science.
Well, yeah, I mean there is, because I remember
it's like little bit.
Yeah, my dad had hepatitis C, and he had it since before I was born. And when I was born, they couldn't understand why I didn't get it, because hepatitis C is direct blood to blood. Like as I was growing up, we had to be very aware of whose razor was whose, all that. And when they asked about it, they said because yes, semen does have blood in it. However, it has such a little quantity of blood in it that it doesn't have enough to where it could transfer, hepatitis C over along with it. AIDS, you fuck. Like it doesn't matter. Like AIDS is AIDS, like that. But no, and we couldn't understand that when I was a kid. So yeah, you are right. I don't know
where my phone is. I'm about to Google it, but I'm pretty sure there's like a 0.001% like mixture of blood in your semen.
Well, I mean that's the thing.
I don't know, man. I never tasted it.
Well, he's like, yeah, I drink my own semen all the time. I've never tasted blood in it.
No. I don't know what you fucking guys are talking about.
A little hint of copper.
Yes.
Anyway, why does my dick taste like a penny?
Yeah. This semen tastes a little bit different. There's more blood in this semen this time.
Well, that's fucking nasty.
Oh my god. And it's funny because I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I feel fine. The more and more I talk, like the more and more my throat is like getting weird. Like it doesn't hurt, but like it's drying out like a motherfucker.
You need to drink more.
And I'm just kind of like, God damn it, like as we're going along.
Take a couple shots of that whiskey over there.
Yeah, that'll clear it right out. That whole fucking 10
you
high.
Won't be able to fucking feel your throat, so you'll be okay.
Oh yeah, because I'll be fucking high as a kite off a fucking 10 high whiskey. Like yeah, so. But like that's the thing, like this whole part, like I feel like this first half has already went so fucking far off the fucking rails.
Look, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, don't Google how much blood is in semen, because you don't get an answer, but you get a lot of fucked up, like like where it says like I didn't even click on the fucking pictures. I'm just going through the like did you mean part of it.
And
it's like why is my sperm red? Why does my sperm look like gravy? How do you fix hermatomasperma? Like, I don't even want to continue on this.
Okay. How much?
Why would your sperm look like gravy? That is.
Oh no! So just how much alone? How much house can I afford? That's the first Google result. How much?
We got way different Googles.
I just want a piece of a house. I want a whole house.
How much blood is in the human body? How much blood can you use? How much blood can you donate? How much?
I'm missing how much blood you can lose
is
without falling unconscious.
2/3 if you're.
Wait, how much blood when you put in sperm? How much blood is in spotting? How much blood is in sperm? How much blood is in spotting during pregnancy, and how much blood is in spotting during early pregnancy? So aside from sperm, there is a lot of spotting during pregnancy questions here. So I'm starting to notice a pattern here. And obviously I've never spelled sperm before in my entire life.
Septum. You spelled it wrong like 3 times just now.
Oh, for the love of God. Don't click on images either. It gets worse.
Let's see images.
There's like a petri dish.
Petri dish.
That one fucks me
a little bit different. However, it does show. It shows semen in a petri dish.
That looks like poached eggs. What the fuck is that?
That should be the new logo of the podcast, dude.
And then one shows like someone pouring wine. Like I don't understand. It says blood in your semen, and it shows a bottle of wine pouring.
Yeah, like, there's a couple of them that don't make any sense, but.
So
I saw the petri dish and I was like, I'm out. I don't even fucking care anymore.
So it remains unanswered. We'll never know how much blood.
Nope. I'm just going to take your word for it, Matt. There's 0.001%.
It wouldn't be like a question on Google if there wasn't a thing. So I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's how Google works.
This is how the Google machine works.
Someone has asked it. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the Googleator.
Yeah. Let's ask the fucking Google later or whatever how we're going to do them. And Twizm, it said Twizm was coming into the room and then he popped out real quick. So I'm just going to resend him this link just in case he needs it.
Now he probably heard us talk about blood in our sperm. Was
yeah, he was probably like,
this is not the right room.
Yeah, this is not what I signed up for. So I'm gonna leave now. See you later. Like, so there's that. Why won't it let me? Okay, why won't it let me paste it in here? Because I guess Zoom now is being stupid, which is really great because sometimes Zoom does this and it acts really stupid. And now I'm being really stupid. There we go. Yeah. Pull that back up. And what sucks is we might have to go out and do another one because for some reason it's not letting me send this link. So let me try to send this to him again because he popped it. Yeah. So Control Shift and where's V? There we go. Well, let me paste it. So okay, cool. So let me go. So this is what happens when we look up blood and sperm mixed together on fucking. Yeah, this is what happens. Like
Zoom sent this right to the FBI.
Yeah. People were like, "What the hell?" Like now the internet's just kind of like nothing for you guys.
Yeah, we fucked the internet.
Yeah, like now it's
we broke the internet that easy. I mean,
yeah, we broke it that easy. Yeah. All right, so there we go. So let's see if it will let me put it into this one. So hit follow on that. And then
today, Junior.
So I don't know what's happening. So okay. So anyways, we'll go back.
What's happening is
Ray things are just happening. Ray did not fuck anything up.
I just sent it to him on Instagram.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. Right, so cool, I don't know if that I don't even know how much he uses Instagram or
for some reason Facebook's weird. It won't let you send it on Facebook or whatever. Like Facebook's just like, no, mother. I think what it is Facebook's just mad because we don't use Facebook Live anymore. And it's just like, well, I mean, you
like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. They're like, well, fuck these motherfuckers because they don't give a shit about us. So fuck them and fuck their fucking whole entire life and all that. So, but hopefully Twizm will be through soon. If not, we may have to stop our live feed, go out, come back in and generate a new Zoom thing, which would be completely annoying to do because sometimes Zoom gets like that. And sometimes I think that's why guests can't come through is because Zoom just wants to be dumb. I think, I think what it is I think Zoom has had enough. Like Zoom has heard us say so much fucked up shit that they've just had enough. Like they're like, we can't anymore,
they cut us off.
Yeah, it's like a bar. It's like these guys have drank way too much. It's time for them to just have no more. Like no more is happening here. Like that's just.
I haven't been to the bar scene in they still kick people out of the bar for drinking too much.
Maybe not anymore. Maybe not since after COVID because there were so many.
Depends on what bar you go to.
Yeah, it really does depend on what bar you go to. Like,
I mean, because if I'm not like pissing myself drunk, then like,
I mean, I used to drink,
even that there's a limitation.
Well, most of the bars when I was in my prime drinking, most of the bars we went to, we knew the bartenders, so we didn't get cut off just strictly because of that.
Right.
So that was always very, very extremely helpful.
Well, luckily, our good friend Mike Messick was a bartender at one point.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if we were friends yet, Ray, but yeah, he was bartending for a little bit at this what the fuck was it called? I think it was called like the Ranch House or some shit. Like
the Ranch House.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like what we were talking about earlier? Like it's the Ranch House. Like you go to the house and it's just nothing but ranch. Like,
no, it's
he's bartending.
I don't know what it's called now, but it's a legit bar. And,
instead of serving alcohol, you just you fill up shot glasses full of ranch, and you're like, here you go, welcome to the Ranch House.
That is for sure a gay bar.
That would be fucking nasty as shit. But no, he was bartending and he would fucking, oh my God. When he'd make mixed drinks, it was just like all fucking liquor and then like a little bit of Coke. And
it's a good bartender.
Yeah.
Look, I sent it to him on Facebook as well.
Yeah, like I asked Eileen and she said he was here, but I don't like. Oh, okay. I see right there. He's right there. All right, cool. So there we go. For some reason, the waiting room wasn't popping up. So for some reason, the waiting room wasn't there. So he's coming through now. So what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast as we start the audio version of our program. Of course, I'm Ray. Matt's here with me. Tom Nutty's with me. The band is back together. And unfortunately, our regular guest, Richie Rich, could not make it. However, Twizm Whitepiece is joining us. And I'm really, really looking forward to talking to you because Eileen told us that you can put a rap together in 1 minute. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that a little bit later.
Let's do it.
Awesome. And man, what's up? Like, give us a little bit of a background on how you got into doing music and all that fun shit.
Oh shit. Okay. So well, first, shouts out to you guys. Thanks for letting me show up, be here, and be a part, right?
No problem.
So just a quick synopsis, man. I've always been infatuated with music. As long as I can remember, I was always ending sentences of people's conversations with some kind of song. So, they'd say a sentence and I'd hear the ending word of it and I'd think of some other song. And so I'd start singing the song. So, that carried on for a few years while I was a child. And then all of a sudden I'm living in a house and I had one of those AM FM, little cassette dial things that you move and it's got the little wire and shit. You might be able to catch some random AM station from the city. Yeah, if you wiggle that thing just right, you got a good signal coming in. So I did that one night and all of a sudden I heard Regulators by Warren G and Nate Dogg. And I said, man, that's everything right there. I just thought, wow, I have to be that. I have to do that. I have to be a part of that. So from that moment on, I kind of just really, really started soaking up the hip hop culture and all of the hip hop artists of that time. And as that went on, you progressed into some even bigger and better ones. And, of course, that left its mark. And, now here we are today. Right. So, yeah, man.
And with that, like, who for you made you go, man, I want to do this? Because of course, me, everybody who listens to the show knows I did pro wrestling 20 years,
Oh, nice.
Guys like The Undertaker, Steve Austin, they're the ones who inspired me, to get in and do that. And, the whole thing is who did you watch it? You looked at it, you're like, that's going to be me one day.
I mean, of course, I grew up in the era of Tupac and Biggie. Right. So, I mean, anybody who was anybody alive during that time, you were infatuated with Tupac and Biggie. But I would say, though, that it was really, I mean, Biggie was big, man. Biggie was a big part of it. I'd look at him and I'd watch him and I'd say, that's life, man. That's a life I want to have. You know what I mean? But I guess really ultimately when it boils down to it, I guess Snoop Dogg, man. I'd have to say that probably the single person that I can identify throughout all of my life and not just one key period of time has been Snoop Dogg, man. He's been there for as long as I can remember. And I remember him standing up off that wheelchair. Murder was the case that they gave me. And everybody going nuts and everything. And then, he comes out again with Pharrell, and he's owning that generation. What was that, 2008, something like that? He's owning that area.
He stayed relevant so fucking long. It's
man,
insane.
So I mean, if there's anybody that you'd want to kind of say, well, that's who I'd want to be like, I guess it'd be Snoop Dogg, because I want to be relevant and I want to be relevant forever. You know what I mean? So
have you ever seen the video? It's on YouTube. It's like it's Snoop, Tupac, Biggie, a bunch of people, but it's like 1992 and they're all just like freestyling on stage.
I think I know what you're talking. It's a stage thing. It's a live performance.
Yeah,
yes,
it's a
I know
live
what you're talking. Yep.
It's one of the dopest things you'll ever fucking see, man.
And you don't see. Here's what's so sad is that you don't get that anymore. You don't get that kind of awe-inspiring hip hop performance. You don't get that awe-inspiring energy that these people brought to it. I mean, when they were putting their lives on the line. Today, it's just about money, right? It's all about the money. It's all about the gimmick. Back then, they were putting their lives on the line. So
see, here's the thing, though, and this is my honest opinion, is I feel that the Super Bowl halftime show this year was the best one they did in a really, really long time. And there's a reason for that. You put artists on the stage that people from our generation related to, but also are relevant now.
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing. So
absolutely,
everybody. And you know, it's actually, now that we bring up Snoop Dogg, of course, now that we're on our audio versions, shout out to Team Skeet. They sent us a care package this week. T-shirts. Of course, they also sent us rolling papers as well, which I know Matt will get a good use out of.
That shirt right there, bro. That shirt is, I like that shirt though. That Team Skeet shirt. I like that.
They sent us shirts. They sent us playing cards. They sent us a hoodie, a hat, boxers, shorts, like all kinds of shit. So yeah, huge fans of the shows. Shout out to Team Skeet. And you know, what we're going to do real quick, we have a segment that we did not too long ago that we're going to get back into, and it's called Blind News Article Read. So I look up a title of a news article, and then I blindly read it, and we just react to what it is. And one that I have here is science teacher put sanitizer on students' hands and then lit them on fire.
What?
So a Texas teacher is under criminal investigation after putting hand sanitizer on a 12-year-old boy's hands and lighting them on fire as a part of a science experiment, according to police.
That's an old bar trick.
Yeah. Right. Hey,
I'm thinking, what the heck was the science experiment?
Yeah, what kind of science experiment is? Hey, I'm going to
alcohol is flammable.
Alcohol is flammable. Like, you know what? And it says that the police told parents that the incident on April 1st at Granbury Middle School left the student with possible third-degree burns on his hands.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Oh, what kind of sand? Like, now I want to know, like, throughout COVID, you've gotten different like tiers of hand sanitizer. You got like regular hand sanitizer, and then you got like moonshine hand sanitizer. Straight up like gasoline. Like there was hand sanitizer I put on my hands. I was like, this is definitely going to get COVID off my hands because it's taking the skin off my hand.
Have you guys seen the video? It's like down in Texas, I believe, in the police station where the guy was all drunk and he dumped all the hand sanitizer all over himself.
Yes.
But then the cops tased him and he just immediately went up in flames.
Just right up at
and the cops ran out of the room. They were like, fuck this. We're done with this.
We're done. I mean, that's
holy shit.
Too much for serve and protect.
Well, I mean, imagine
they ran.
Get down.
You're a police recruit and you tase this guy and he just fucking lights up in a blaze. Like, yeah, I'm quitting the police force.
That's a CSI episode.
I would question everything I know about life for that 10 seconds. I would be like, what in the fuck just happened here?
Damn straight, man.
Yeah.
Did I really just see that?
Yeah, exactly. Like this fucking demon guy. What the fuck?
Oh, it says here, it looks like every class that day had a group of students that volunteered to do it.
Oh,
there was also another classroom
course.
that was doing the same thing where there was no incident.
Yeah, there's always that one, right?
37-year-old female has since resigned. Well, I hope the fuck so. But imagine that, like, how do you get volunteers for that? Like, hey, who wants to light their hands on fire? Like, you know what?
Well, I mean, in all fairness, man, back in the day, when we were kids, I can't lie and say I didn't find that kind of appealing, man. Look, my shit's on fire, bro.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Maybe it's just me. But like we've all done that. And if you just like rub the hand sanitizer in a little bit, get a thin coat, it'll light fire and then it's over.
And it's out, right?
Yeah, this crazy lady was probably like, you know, put a glob in my hands and then light napalm in the room.
Well, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, like, at what point does the teacher have to be questioned for the amount of knowledge that they have? Like, you really believed as a teacher that this was a quality experiment, right? I mean, like,
I'm convinced it's a kink.
Well,
like that kid's hands on. Hey, all the shit going on with these teachers fucking these students lately. Maybe it's like, I want to light this kid's hands on fire.
He dumped me for the head cheerleader. He dumped me for the head cheerleader.
Kid's running down the hallway with his hands on fire, and she's just going at it on herself. Like while the kid's hands are like burning off of
the Tell me how much it burns.
Yeah. Let me see the bone in your hand.
What was that movie? Oh shit!
I just thought of a movie. Like you see, like the burning hands, or what? Like, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god! I'm not gonna be able to think of it right off the bat, but man, there was this movie. You totally reminded me of a movie right there.
Yeah. I see the hands. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I see the hands, but I don't fucking remember it.
Man, I hope that person actually I hope seriously they get some kind of like, hello, stop being so stupid type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. Like that's the type of person that, you send them to jail and you just completely dump them in hand sanitizer and then you tase them. And then whatever happens afterwards, it's just kind of like,
it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
Science.
It's in the name of science. Yeah, exactly.
That's great. That's great, man.
Oh man. But see, my thing is how much hand sanitizer did she use?
Yeah, because honestly, I've put hand sanitizer on and I'll be smoking the weed or something else. And the flame I've never had that happen like just randomly. So what kind of intensity of not only flame, like was this a Bunsen burner flame or was this a lighter type shit?
You use a flamethrower, like just
because normally it's like, what do they call it, like a flash? It's like a flash fire.
Because
it'll go out pretty quick. But for it to be like melting your hands away.
Well, I saw something that during COVID, it was I think it was last year when COVID started, that someone had hand sanitizer in their car, and somehow the hand sanitizer ignited, and they died in their car when the hand sanitizer ignited or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck?
Since COVID, like places been making their own fucking hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
so it might literally have gas in it.
Yeah,
because we don't have anything else.
Or ether. It could have ether in it. It could have something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
She got the hand sanitizer from a local brewery, and it's just
tequila sanitizer, right?
Here you go, Johnny. Put
Everclear.
But this smells like what my dad drinks. Put it on your goddamn hands.
It's great.
It's for science, you fuck.
Hey, but honestly, the kid wasn't screaming or anything like that, or the kid did scream. Like, I mean, at what point do you say, "Oh my God, something's really wrong here"? Right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like in pro wrestling, I've seen it numerous times where guys will light tables on fire. And that would go horribly wrong. Actually, one of the guys that co-hosts on the show all the time, a good buddy of mine, Socrates, he was in a match where they were supposed to use lighter fluid. Yeah. And they didn't have lighter fluid, so somebody pulled out fucking gasoline.
Oh no!
The table and lit the table on fire. Someone got put through, and fucking he ended up fucking catching on fire because he got put through a table with gasoline.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta go let my buddy in.
No problem. No problem.
Hold on 1 second.
No, I mean that's the thing. It's like with that, it's like how much like I want to know the potency of this hand sanitizer. Like how potent is it? Like you get hand sanitizer, like you ever get it? It's like thick, it's kind of like cummy, like it gets all sticky on your hands.
Yeah, it's like cum and blood all mixed together.
It's kind of like Chick-fil-A sauce. Of course, we're referencing back to our pregame episode, which if you're listening at home, you're a pregame episode. So
go ahead. Sorry,
but no, I want to know what the potency of that was, because you get the really sticky hand sanitizer, but then you get that hand sanitizer where it's like
water
on your hands. So I wonder which time. Now I just kind of want to see what, like buy like 5 or 6 different things
and start testing it yourself, right?
Yeah, and start testing it, not on my hands, but
let's do this for science, Ray.
I just call a random child, one of my random child neighbors. Hey, come here. Look, I heard about this on the news. Give me your hand.
I think we just made up a new segment.
Right. You ever seen science before?
A new hand sanitizer.
A new hand sanitizer.
We can call the segment Kid Science,
Yeah, no shit.
Kiditizer.
We gotta get Bill Nye to host it, right?
It's all in the name of science.
And then here's another one that I found, and the title of it is "Man Arrested and Placed on No-Fly List After Allegedly Masturbating 4 Times on a Southwest Flight." How are you allegedly masturbating?
What?
Wait, all right. So a man
allegedly.
A man is facing federal charges after he allegedly exposed himself several times in front of a female passenger on a Southwest airline flight from Seattle to Phoenix. So I want to imagine that's too bad of a flight. A man,
that's got to be like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
Damn.
It says Antonio Sherrod McGarity was arrested by the Phoenix Police Department after Southwest Airlines Flight 3814 landed at Sky Harbor International Airport on Saturday, according to a criminal complaint. During the 3-hour flight, okay, so it was 3 hours, McGarity allegedly pulled down his pants and masturbated in front of a female passenger at least 4 times. That dude's got some endurance.
It doesn't say that he masturbated to completion, though.
That's true. You're right.
McGarity was seated in seat 11F.
Context is important here.
And
exactly.
And the female witness was seated in seat 11E. The complaint states, shortly after taking off and while the aircraft was in air, McGarity exposed his penis by pulling down his pants and shorts and began masturbating. Well, I mean, you got to do that in order to masturbate. Like, I mean, it's not like, you know, you're going to take off your shirt and
it's
then
a
put your hand
step-by-step process, right?
Yeah,
So,
you know, yeah.
I can't masturbate with the shirt on.
I just use my shirt when I'm done.
At some point during the flight, McGarity fell asleep and the female witness got up and advised the flight crew about the incident. So wait, so she waited for him to fall asleep. So she sat there next to him
watching him.
Chaos was happening.
Yeah.
Well, he did it 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, once the dude like masturbated himself until his heart stopped beating,
he masturbated himself into a coma.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Like, he's like, oh yeah, like I beat my dick so badly, I'm now gonna fucking go to sleep. Like that's like
on a 3-hour flight.
Yeah,
on a 3-hour flight.
How are you gonna do that on your way to Phoenix? Like, who gives a fuck about Phoenix?
Oh my god.
McGarity admitted to the actions, telling law enforcement that he knew the woman could see him, but claimed she put her hands in the air and told him it really doesn't matter if he masturbates, which he thought was kind of kinky. The court documents read.
Yep.
So, I believe that shit.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, McGarity is now facing charges for lewd, indecent, obscene acts on an aircraft and faces up to 90 days in prison and a $500. That's actually not a bad punishment. 90 days.
Not a bad deal.
$500 fine and placed on a no-fly zone. Like, I mean, I don't fly much anyway. He's not saying I'm going to
just see if he's only going to Phoenix. I mean,
yeah.
And you get to go like 4 times in 4 states. Like you're fucking.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about this is we're talking about this like it's a real news story. In reality, this was an OnlyFans episode. So.
yeah, because I mean, we can believe everything we read on the internet.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
they were just getting a great video for their new channel. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
that's the problem about OnlyFans. So that literally is legit. He could now make an OnlyFans of him just
absolutely
masturbating.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to be a millionaire.
He's going to be a millionaire. He'll be a millionaire.
That'll be right next to the OnlyFans of children setting their hands on fire and then that's it. That's the next tier of it. Is right next to that. Like the whole I set my hands on fire and then my teacher fucked me one. Like that.
Wow. That's not a channel I'm subscribing to.
Neither am I, right?
Man, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the good with the bad.
That's where them advanced filters come in handy, bro.
I ain't having the FBI kick my door in. Hey,
no shit.
Watching this guy masturbate on this air flight. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Don't worry about it.
NSA, if you're listening in, I do not participate in these acts. I do not, condone or commit to this.
We're good. Some of the shit we talked about on this show, and we're not banned on YouTube yet.
Yeah, this is like fairly mild.
Fairly mild.
Yeah, it's fairly mild. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you always come into these things and you never know what it's gonna be like. You always have some that are always like, well, how are you and what's your background story? And then you have these ones that are like, yeah, and we don't give a shit about nothing. And then it's like, you never know what you're coming into.
Have this. And I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, we've been, I mean, our podcast, we're about to have our 100th episode in May.
Congrats.
Yeah, we're inviting back 30 former guests, you know, which is going to be insane.
Nice.
One big Zoom feed. You know,
you're gonna have a lot of lag, bro. You're gonna have a lot of lag.
I'm sure
it's gonna go off the rails.
It's gonna go off the rails, but you know what? We know what we're getting ourselves into. But you know what?
I'm actually gonna fly from Seattle to Phoenix during this Zoom and see how many times I can crank it while it's happening,
and then pass out. And make sure you pass out. You got to leave yourself time to sleep too. Right?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Well, that's the thing. What's going to happen is Tom's going to light his hands on fire, burn his hands to the 3rd degree, and then masturbate on the airplane. It's a whole different feeling at that point. Like,
well, not only that, you get to add extra hashtags when you upload your video to like PornTube and stuff or whatever it is. You can
put like hashtag burn victim,
scars.
Hashtag shock trauma.
There's another million. You know.
If you put in hashtag burn victim in almost any porn site, I guarantee you're going to end up with something terrifying and amazing all at the same time. You're going to sit there and go, what am I watching? Like, again,
NSA, FBI, I am not participating in these.
You just get redirected to a link that's called Bacon Tube.
This feed has now been interrupted.
It just goes green screen, transmission interrupted.
Exactly.
And then you just hear us screaming in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all on a no-fly list.
A couple of flash grenades, you know.
Yeah. We're all on the national no-fly list now, just in case.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
There goes my Seattle to Phoenix hopes, man.
You hear the cop go, tase him. We're covered with hand sanitizer, please, no.
Then I'll be like, oh, you got a Ghost Rider kink. That's cool.
Just make sure y'all subscribe to my OnlyFans channel afterwards, okay?
No, that's the thing now. So can someone Ghost Rider themselves with hand sanitizer? Because like if you can light your hands on fire,
I'm not.
Like what idiot out there is going to pour sanitizer all over their heads? Especially probably after listening or watching this podcast and going, oh man, I could be Ghost Rider tomorrow. And I mean, if anybody out there does that, please send me a photo.
Or just tune into TikTok. Just watch TikTok. I bet somebody's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody does it, my Instagram is tnutty80. Please send me the video. And if you don't send it to me, send it to Ray.
We will buy that shit from you. We will buy that.
I'm not going to say, I got to see it before I buy it. But if it's good,
the point we got
100% I'll buy it.
At the bottom of the screen now.
Yes. Disclaimer, please do not do or listen to anything we say. We are fucking.
Exactly.
We are not medical professionals. But we would love to see you do it.
Yes, we are not medical professionals. But we'd
participating in this podcast can cause you mental harm, bro.
Twizm is now like, I now have mental harm.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm scarred, bro. I'm scarred, man. Hashtag that shit. I'm scarred.
Hashtag. When we share it, you can just put hashtag.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put. I'm
scarred. Episode hashtag. I'm scarred.
Yep, that'll be the name of the episode.
That's what it is. Let's do that shit. Let's do it.
Episode 96. Hashtag. I'm scarred.
I'm scarred. That's great. That is great.
Hashtag 96. Seattle to Phoenix.
So what we're going to do real quick, we're going to get into our featured beer, which of course we debuted this last week. We're finishing up this week. And that is Sapporo Premium Beer, which me and Matt had an argument earlier on whether or not it's Canadian or Asian. It's one of the two. It says Canadian on the bottle, but it says Asian on social media. So I don't know. It's one or the other. So
if it was brewed and bottled in fucking Canada,
if you read the label, it's like genuine beer. Like, that's pretty fucking Asian, dude.
That sounds like it has very Asian properties on the label.
That was translated 4 times.
It was. I've had better, but it is what. Oh, I didn't even realize like the little star that was right there on the bottom or whatever. But anyway,
does it have a maple leaf? Does it have a maple leaf on the label?
Yeah. That's right. Canada likes to put
the. There's no maple leaf on that label. It is not Canadian.
Yeah. So here's that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get into our featured shot, which is 10 High Sour Mash Whiskey.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. One thing you never want to try is if you see it out in public, if you see it out in the wild, do not pick up Polo Club Gin. The bottle looks just like Polo Cologne bottle. And let me tell you, it tastes probably just like Polo.
imagine somebody fucked up and was like, we're just going to put our cologne on the shelf. Somebody's going to buy it.
So. They repurposed Polo cologne into gin.
It was that bad.
You sure it's not one of those new celebrity trends, right? Somebody sweating a bottle or some shit.
Let me put this on here.
Will Smith's bathwater.
That's a cheap shot now. Come on.
Hey, I'm a comedian. I can make cheap shots at him.
Right. Ooh, wow. Hey, you better be careful. He's liable to kick in your door and slap you or some shit.
Man, I will fall down, yell at all of my Instagram and all of my social media tags just in case it goes viral.
Hashtag I'm scarred.
Hashtag Happy Hour Podcast.
Down. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get into our game segment called Ode to Humanity. Okay. So we're going to start off with what do you meme? So let me just go ahead down here into my share screen and let me just go ahead and get the stuff up. We're going to start off with what do you meme? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up a photo for you and you're going to meme that photo. So this is what we have right here. So this is the photo that you're going to meme right here. So what do you think that is for that meme?
That was one of them blonde girls that was sitting at the Oscar nights when Will slapped Chris. That's one of them blonde celebrity girls, man.
what do you say
when Britney Spears sees Will slap Chris? I don't know.
Oh, man.
Tom, what do you say?
Oh, that's any guest 6 minutes into the Happy Hour podcast.
Yeah. All right, Matt, what do you got?
That's probably the look on that girl's face when the guy started wanking it next door.
When
like, damn.
That's also the look on the guy's face.
when you go into your classroom and you see your classmates screaming at the top of his lungs with his hands on fire.
And everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is okay. Don't worry. It's fine. It's
all
the
fucking police officers when they catch that guy on fire. They're just like, yeah, I don't want any parts in this.
Yeah. We want nothing to do with this. That's just so all right. So there's that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our game called Incoherence. So pretty much Incoherent is pretty much we're going to show a series of cards and they're going to be in drunken lingo and you need to sound them out the best you can and see if you figure out what they say, and there's a couple of hints on them as well. So this is the first card right here. So what do you think that card right there says?
Yenif herself care. Yennefer.
Oh, this is that lyric in that Missy Elliott song.
Yeah. Yeah, with that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yenif herself care. Yeah, I have what?
One of the hints is total support.
Sale of care.
Self-care. For most of the world, a reality. For the U.S., just another argument.
Jennifer's care. Yeah, I can't get that first one. I got the self-care.
Close. What? Tom, you have anything brewing on your?
Yeah, give me some suggestions here.
I'm right there with the self-care, but I can't. First half.
Yeah,
Jennifer self-care.
You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Universal health care.
Man, that is a fucking.
Health.
That's not how you spell you.
Hey, you got another one of those? Let's do another one.
Yeah, we do a couple of rounds of them.
Yeah, let's do another one of that. Universal healthcare. I get it now.
All right. So
Jesus, this will help me understand my 4-year-old when he texts me.
All right. So this is going to be the next one right here. So
this one sucks. I can't even make anything of that.
All right. So what do you
think
the
answer.
This one is?
I won Susan height off May. I won Susan.
It's a polite request.
I won Susan height off Why? I tell you what, you must have to be drunk to understand this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going. Give me a.
It's possibly the sexiest thing a man could have said to him.
What?
I have no idea, man. I can't go.
What about
Tom,
you?
what do you got, buddy?
Bro, I have no fucking clue.
Taiwan Shuin's height off May.
Say it real quick. Say it real quick and kind of in a drunken like.
Taiwan Shuin's height off May.
There you go.
It sounds like I'm Last
It's
Samurai.
fucking German, dude.
That's-
Fucking German.
Come on, you got that. You said it. Say it again.
Welcome to my German OnlyFans channel. I am Shuin height of May.
Where I light my penis on fire while I'm masturbating on an airplane with hand sanitizer.
No, it's funny, bro. You literally just said it. You
Yeah.
said
Is
it.
the Last Samurai?
Shoes. That's what I said. Like, what did I say? Last
right.
Samurai?
I want you inside of me.
I want shoes.
Hold on. Who wrote this card?
No
That says the
shit.
sexiest
I
thing-
feel like-
the
Is this a
sexiest
male or
thing.
female game? Hold on, man. Like,
Bro.
All right, so we have one more. So one more, and that'll be the grand finale for Incoherence. So
all right. I'm gonna get it this time. I'm gonna get this one.
so share screen, hit that. And what do you think that is?
Bornak Ruffy.
I got that.
That's what she said back to him after he said
You would need to use the incognito window.
Ruffy. Bornak
Team ski.
Ruffy. Bornak,
Yeah, Team Ski.
Bornak Ruffy.
You'll know it when you see it.
I think I will.
Bornak.
Oh, I got you. I'm already done. Yeah, I got it.
Bornak Ruffy.
Oh, he's totally saying.
Pornography.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna get it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Round 3, you got it.
Yeah.
And speaking of,
Hey, before we go any further, Ray, I'm gonna hop off because I got a show in 45 minutes.
All right.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna hop off, but it was nice meeting you, brother.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, look, I sent you friend requests on everything, so
I got
hit me
you.
up.
I locked you
My
in.
man.
Yep.
All right, and
And
I'll
Matt,
talk.
have a good show tonight, bro.
Hey, thanks, homie, and I'll
right,
talk to
Tom.
you guys next time we're on.
all right, brother.
All right, Tom.
All right,
All
see
right,
you.
see
All
you
right.
guys.
We're gonna keep on rolling along. So we conclude Ode to Humanity with Cards Against Humanity. If you've ever
Gotcha.
played Cards Against Humanity, we do it a little bit differently on the show though, because you don't have any cards in front of you. So what we do is we name off the black face card. We read that off,
Okay.
and then you have to randomly answer that card. So what we do is we read off the black face card, and then we give you a number, whatever your lucky number is between 1 and 5.
Okay.
Randomly answer that card. So
Okay.
the first one is when all else fails, I can always masturbate to blank. So you have an option. What do you feel lucky? 1 through 5. What number do you
4.
think? 4. All right. So number 4. So when all else fails, I can always masturbate to a hopeless amount of spiders. Now, do you like that, or do you want to rebuttal and choose another card?
That's
Let's rebuttal.
All right.
Yeah.
So 4 is eliminated. What number do you want now?
1.
1.
Yeah.
All right, so 1. When all else fails, I can always masturbate to an M16 assault rifle.
Oh,
So that-
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
normally-
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
like the most manly thing you could do.
so the
I
option,
mean,
the options that you missed out on was the miracle of childbirth,
That's weird.
an ice pick lobotomy,
Nope.
and a toothless woman gumming on a peach.
I came out ahead. I came out ahead. I win. I win.
The gunless woman with a peach. Hear me out. Okay. I mean, come on.
We are really going to make a claim for this argument. Okay, let's go.
And we're going to do another round. So here's
All right, let's go.
the next one. I learned the hard way that you can't cheer up a grieving friend with blank. So 1 through 5. What do you think?
Let's go 5.
5. All right, so 5. So I learned the hard way that you can't cheer up a grieving friend with driving to a Walmart parking lot and staring into the distance for 8 hours.
As much as I think, as much as I think I should keep that one, I want to go again. I'm curious. You know how that is.
What number you want?
All right, so we did 4 and we did 1. We did 5. Let's do 2.
2. All right, so 2. All right. So I learned the hard way that you can't cheer up a grieving friend with Russian super tuberculosis.
And then, one more time. Give me that number 3.
Number 3. All right. So number 3 is I learned the hard way. You can't cheer up a grieving friend with seeing my village burned and family slaughtered before my eyes.
There you go. We'll leave it at that. That's a lesson learned right there. Everything else I think might have been just overdone.
Two of the ones that you missed out on were just the tip and getting abducted by Peter Pan.
I wish I would have got the Peter Pan one.
You know, Peter Pan one with that Peter Pan, right?
Oh yeah.
He's the actual enemy.
Yeah,
the actual bad guy.
And Hook is trying to save them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Where does this come from?
I don't know. Some weird conspiracy theorist guy probably came up with it.
Pixar. It was a Pixar conspiracy theorist.
Right. But apparently Hook was trying to save the kids from Peter Pan. Because
it makes sense because Peter Pan was abducting the kids, right?
Right. He was flying through their windows at night saying, "Come with me to Neverland."
That sounds a lot like pedophile type behavior.
I mean, I guess in a sense I could see what would be called the old wives' tale behind that, I guess, but
and plus Disney's fucked up as it is. So I could see Disney.
Did you see, hey, I gotta point this out, man. Did you see the Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse gift cards? I wish I could pull it up for you. The new Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse gift cards, her dress is a dick. And
really?
Mickey Mouse's eyes are looking literally right at it. Like it's not even, he's not looking in Minnie's eyes, and they're side by side. So you'd think he'd be looking in her eyes, right? And yeah, Google search that. The gift card, Minnie's dress, dick shape.
Oh,
holy shit.
You see that?
I think I might have found it, but it's not a gift card. It looks
it's supposed to be the one I seen was a cover of a gift card, like a $500 gift card.
Put that up, but
I'm putting it up.
Okay. Well, if we get banned, it's your fault.
Well, right? I mean, it's World Wide Web. It's not a real dick. So
Disney is more serious than FBI and NSA, right?
Hold on, wait. Let me. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Right, yes. That. Yep.
So it's her shoulder, but you can totally see the balls.
Yep.
And the shit. Yes. Yeah.
He clearly has a gorilla grip on that thing.
look how happy he is. Like it's so close to his, like he's so fucking excited. Like
right. This just like
there's this big thing going around right now, or at least around this area, I should say, of people that are like, this is unacceptable. This is not appropriate, Disney. Why do you always consistently be subliminally reaching out with disturbing images? You know what I mean?
Well, so Disney's always actually been doing that behind the scenes, man. Just
that's like a long time now.
On the hardcover of The Little Mermaid, in the fucking, what is it, like it's got the water and it's got the kingdom of wherever the fuck, I don't know. There's penises. The whole thing is just penises.
Really?
Yeah. You find
look at sexual, it next time, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder, like,
doing it for years.
Yeah. What's going on behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
So
it's creepy as shit. And one thing that we were talking about earlier when we played our games, and this comes in with the 1 minute wrap stuff, is that the stuff that we have done on cards, we're now going to throw at you for 1 minute wrap. So
why not?
For, of course, you did Incoherent. So Incoherent is universal healthcare, I Want You Inside Me, and pornography.
Okay, so say it again. Say it again.
Universal healthcare, I Want You Inside of Me, and pornography.
Okay. I got my little things. When are we starting the 1 minute? You got to time me. So,
all right.
Put it on the button.
Where the hell did I put my phone?
Where's your? I fucking lost.
Let me summons my phone.
And look, I won't even start. Pen's up here. So look,
let me get the timer out real quick, because I just summons my phone. So here's the stopwatch right here. So I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So he's a real artist. He writes it down.
Yeah.
As it's flowing.
Absolutely.
His head.
I'm very intrigued. This is going to be fun.
concentration. I don't want to distract him. He's really.
He's sitting there. He's like, these fuckers are giving me all this fucking weird shit. I can't believe you put the cap on that thing. You're like, look, he's Asian.
But he's not even the fucking thing.
Well, I mean, he's a luchador, so he's
he's a cultural icon. Okay, fuck you.
Cultural icon. All right, so you were at 57 seconds, and stop.
Done.
All right.
So that's gonna be acapella, obviously, because we ain't got no damn beat in the background. So, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Chilling with the Texas podcast. Oh, my bad. Real fast. Let me rewind. Chilling with the Texas Happy Hour podcast. Oh my God, there's no Texas involved. Man, I'm gonna screw this damn thing up. So, oh well, slightly incoherent. Shouting, I want you inside of me. Yes, sir, Bob. It's been a hell of a show, but I'll let them know we got fiery hands to sanitize it. I'll beat that ass like a Texas teacher. So coming at me, you better rewrite scripture because I'm a god on this mic and I won't play with you, sir. Okay, that's as far as I got.
Nice.
I was literally like, play with you, sir. I couldn't get any farther. You know how hard it is to try to.
Yeah.
Look. I'm scribbling all over here. I'm over here. I'm the drunk person.
All right, so
man.
Let's do one more. You want to do can we do a couple more? Is that cool?
Absolutely. Let's go again.
Awesome. So let's see. We'll do here. Choose one from this. Just choose a random one from that, and I'll choose a random one from that. We'll do 2 of the ones from Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my God, you guys got to give me the weird shit.
Right, so that one, and then.
No.
What was the name of that beer? What was the name of your beer?
Sapporo.
Sapporo.
Okay.
Sapporo.
So Sapporo. All right, let's do that. Let's do Sapporo.
Okay.
Just the tip. And getting abducted by Peter Pan.
Oh my God. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so we got abducted by Peter Pan. Yeah. Just the tip. Sapporo.
Yeah.
And that was it? Just those 3?
Let's do one more here.
Yeah, give me 4 so I can make 4 bars at least.
Let's see what else. What about that one?
Sure.
A hopeless amount of spiders.
Damn you guys. Hopeless amount of spiders. Okay.
And actually, this idea was Tom Nutty's idea. He said this during our pregame episode. We started at 6:30. He's like, we should use all of the cards and throw those at you for the 1 minute wrap. So I'm going to
it's cool because you know what this actually, it helps me expand my thinking.
Right. You smoke a little.
All right, you ready for the time?
That's not fair. I would have. That's not fair. See, next time for sure. You watch what happens next time. God damn it.
What we'll do is
I'll taser myself.
next time you come on, what we'll do is we'll select a random thing of Cards Against Humanity cards out of the box, and we'll send them to you beforehand.
There you go.
See what you can come up with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I'll give you some crazy ass shit too. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So you ready for the timer?
Yeah. Did you give me 4? Abducted by Peter Pan. Hopeless. Yep. Go.
All right. Ready and go.
The Peter Pan one. I had to throw that one. I was like,
I chose just the tip. You were like abducted by Peter Pan.
I can't rap about it, but
someone asked him, so how'd that podcast go?
Yeah, no shit, right?
We're not going to speak of that. What a way to promote Team Skeet. Like,
no shit.
Our first episode, sporting the Team Skeet stuff, shouting them out, and they're huge fans of the show. They're going to be like, send us all of our stuff back.
Yeah.
We want it all back. You got probably about 11 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. All right. He was like
Well, I swear to God, it's, a minute goes faster than you think it does. Let me tell you, shit. All right. Again, scrolling all over the page here. 3, 2, 1. I'm hopelessly lost like an amount of spiders being abducted by Peter Pan. Can't read my damn writing, so let me take a glance at this, man. They got long beards and work for Team Skeet, and that's hard. Drinking Sapporo, touching just the tip. Holy shit. We went hard. Let me finish that. I'm hopelessly lost like an amount of spiders being abducted by Peter Pan. They got long beards and work for Team Skeet, and that's really hard, man. Drinking Sapporos, touching just the tip. Holy shit, the show ended again. You dig? So yes. I mean, you're giving me what? Next time I want these things beforehand because we're gonna come up with some craziness.
We'll have you back on, even if you want to come on to like guest host one night.
Yeah,
you want to do that? We'll send you a bunch.
Absolutely.
And then what we'll do is we won't tell our guests.
And we'll just pop them off.
And we'll just pop them off. Yeah, and they'll be like, "What the hell is this?" We'll be like, and we'll be like, and now an exclusive song.
Yeah.
Twizm.
Yeah. Hey, we'll make it like the Words of Fate or something. You know what I mean? Where it's like you have the cards of fate, and then like we've got the prophetic words of fate or something.
Oh, I got you. No, what we'll do is we'll pre-draw all their cards, and I'll send all those to you.
There you go.
And then after we play the game, you'll just boom.
I love it, bro. Don't forget me on this shit. I love that.
I know. We'll do it in one of our adult film star ones because that'll be super fucking fun. Yeah. And I mean, dude, that's the thing. We love for people to come back and guest co-host.
Oh, absolutely.
Hang out
Absolutely. I love guest hosting, man. That shit is fun. It's so fun, man.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, it's like, and that's the thing. Like, normally when we do the show, like we'll kind of test run, like what's their like, are they going to be able to handle the extremes that we go to? And you've been a sport the whole time. So we're like,
I got this, bro. I got this. The benefit of having done this many a time. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, it's been fun though. It's been really fun. Like you guys are great. You know what I mean? Like I had this one guy that he purposely took it as far as he could. Like, it's nice to see people test and then kind of fall back, fall back. Because, if it's straight, oh my God, the whole time, people will be like, whoa, man. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. And I mean, that's the thing. Like, we know how to come back, go down, come back, go down. Yeah. And like me, like, I don't like to take notes on our guests or like, I don't like to be like, of course, we asked you a little bit on how you got into it, blah, blah, but
it's more about the personality. It's more about who you are or who they are, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's like us. We always try to make sure we get into our fun stuff, like the games and our blind news reads and stuff like that. Because that's the thing. It's like the guests can interact.
Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
It's better.
And, it'd be interesting to hear what some of these people came up with during this episode. You know what I mean? Like, I can imagine what some of their answers would have been.
Yeah, and I mean, man, of course, we're probably about like 13 minutes away from the 1 hour mark, and then we'll let you go ahead and roll out. Of course, what all do you have coming up, man? Like,
man,
I saw you on social media. You got a lot of shit going on, dude. Like,
dude, I do. And the great thing about it is that when you're an independent, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do and get away with it. And that's the great thing about it. Like, people say, my God, you should be signed. Why are you not signed? And as much as there's a part of me that says I want to be signed,
You're very much restricted.
I would be restricted. I'd have limits, and I'd be told how to dress, how to act, so on and so forth. So I really appreciate being able to do me. And in the process of doing me, as a matter of fact, I just started a publishing company. I just announced that today. I just started an LLC, which is the parent house for like FCR 247 radio station, a couple of other businesses that I've got my hands tied into. Nice. So, when you have that kind of freedom to, say, this is important to me, this is what's going to help my career, and this is what I need to work on, and not be distracted by, some agents saying you have to talk like this, you have to say like this. It allows you to really embrace your creativity. So part of that is, I've got new songs that are coming out, but I'm making the beats now. See, I used to buy my beats, right? Because
you're doing everything yourself, 100%.
Yeah, at one point in time, I was like, man, there's only so much I can handle. So let me buy the beats, right? Well, that shit got kind of played out because as I was learning over the years as it was going on, other people were buying the same beats. So you were getting 16 different claims on one song. And you can't, how's that supposed to happen like that? That's not real. It's supposed to be my original work. So after I went into that debacle, I said, I'm gonna start making my own beats. So now I've been making my own beats, and I've got a couple of songs out, and I'm working on one right now. It's called Break My Heart. And it's probably single-handedly the best song I've ever wrote. And it's one of the best beats I've ever made.
Nice.
So we've done that, and we're getting ready to really explode on the scene. I just had to leave my wife and kids in Canada. So I have a wife of 20 years, and I have 6 beautiful children, all with the same woman.
Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. I pride myself on that. Not a lot of white rappers can say that shit. So yeah, it's important to me, right? So I had to leave them in Canada to come back and work on getting myself more legally appropriate for being a business owner and being able to travel and stuff, passport, so on and so forth, right? So while I'm here, I'm going to capitalize on as much as I can, put my face everywhere that I can, anything and everything that I can really get into, I'm going to get into.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, like, everybody thought I was nuts when I was like, hey, and of course I did pro wrestling for so long. So
yeah,
our 100th episode, I'm deeming as the HH Pod Rumble, like 30 people, and it's going to be decided by our game. So pretty much the eliminations happen if you can't answer Incoherent. So if you can't answer Incoherent, you're eliminated, and so that's the whole thing is we're doing that. But everybody was like, you're going to be crazy. It's going to be chaotic. People are going to be over talking each other. I'm like, but look at it like this. That's 30 different people. I have adult film stars, people represented by Eileen and Jimmy Starr, them themselves, all these people, comedians and all that in one pool that I am tagging and all sharing it on social media. It looks like it's a way, all these people sharing it. And it's like, that's the thing. Like I've always been creative with that, in so many different ways. And, we're very blessed with, the podcast of being able to, interview the guests that we've been able to interview and get the guests that we've been able to get. And, it's just creative. We just come on and we just be us, like you see how.
I love it. Hey man, you guys got personality. I'll give you that. Shit.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like me, like this was a TV show way back when, locally here where we're at. Yeah. And then I asked Matt because me and Matt are the type of guys like we would be at a party and we'd be laughing about this kind of shit at like a baby shower or some shit. And like we were like, we just need to talk about this. So this is the first thing he's ever done like this over like.
Oh, nice. Congrats,
so I told him, I was like, dude, just be you.
You did a great job. If the first time around, you're doing a hell of a job, bro. Good job, bro.
And I mean, that's the thing. I told him if we get lost, I've been in pro wrestling and all that for so long, I can circumnavigate us back to where we need to be. Yeah. And that's that. But I mean,
just be yourself.
That's always, the creativity and all that. I mean, man, you're doing it yourself. Like, for example, with this, like, Richie Rich couldn't make it tonight. I literally sent out one message, got a new graphic done up. And I mean, that's the whole thing too, is, presentation. That's the whole thing.
Ready, you're okay. I'm big on presentation. I'm huge on presentation. I really believe that in order to secure any deal, to secure any relationship, anything, it's that first impression. They look at you and they judge you right off the bat. So if you're not ready to play the game right then and there, you're sitting on the sidelines again. So
go
ahead.
Yeah, pro wrestling. You sit there, you look at a flyer. And you look at it and you see guys who look like wrestlers, like, oh man, this looks like a wrestling show. Yeah. I'm going to go see this show. Yeah. But then yet if you see a flyer and it's all these like fat slobs that don't look like wrestlers or whatever, or,
you're like, what is this?
It just says pro wrestling. It doesn't say any names. You're like, I'm not going to go to that.
Absolutely. Well, presentation, man, when you guys come walking out of that entrance, man, you've got the flares going, you've got the lights flashing. And you know why that's done? That is done to captivate the audience and say, this entertainment package is special. Pay attention. It's the same thing. If you get in front of the camera and you don't embrace yourself as being special, nobody else is going to embrace you as being special. Yeah. You know what I mean? So and my biggest thing is that a lot of people huff and fluff. You know what I mean? They make themselves look so damn good. But the reality of the situation is they're not really that well off, or they haven't really accomplished anything, or things like that. So I'm blessed. I thankfully I'm blessed, and huge shout out to Jimmy and Eileen. These guys have my heart forever and ever.
Best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it really takes, it takes putting in your work. You've got to put in your work. I've done 164 shows in 2 different countries. I've got over 200 songs. So the work is there. But the presentation is what got me Jimmy and Eileen's support.
Yeah.
And without the validation, without somebody else saying, this guy's a star, you could stand there all day looking pretty and proper.
Yeah.
But nobody cares. It truly takes somebody else of established credibility to say, this guy, this lady is what they say they are. The only way to do that is to present yourself as what you say you are. I mean,
and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people they come on our show not really knowing what to expect.
Absolutely.
Like, you came on, you had a great, but everybody comes on and has a great time. It's fun, you know, and us, because I think what it is we try to be as real as we possibly can. You get a lot of these shows, you get a lot of these hosts that are trying to put on an act, trying to do whatever. And it's
follow a guideline. They follow a guideline.
Yeah. And it's like me, I did pro wrestling. I know I like that when I was in the ring, I would call stuff on the fly.
Right.
And that's how we do it with the podcast. I'm like, we're just going to do, we're sitting down and talking like we're in the bar. If we're having a couple of drinks,
absolutely,
this is the kind of shit we're talking about. This is what we're doing.
And in all fairness, in today's world, real is what sells. The reason why everybody makes fun of those people you see on TV, the rappers you see on TV, or the actors that are getting a little bit of fame right now, it's fake. It's fake. They were given that success in return for ownership of their product. They were given that attention in return for a 360 deal. At what point do you want to sacrifice who you are just to fit a guideline? That's not, no. Be yourself and be the most wild, awesome version of you, because that's what's going to get everybody to love you. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah.
And if they don't love you, screw them anyways, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's what I said. You know, my logic with this is the same thing with pro wrestling, whether there's 5 people watching or 500,000 people watching.
Absolutely.
We're going to go out and do it every single night.
Absolutely.
And put my best into it. And that's that. And so where can everybody find you real quick?
Oh, man, everywhere you are, therefore I am. I know that's like Jesus or something like that. But that's,
what is it? American Express, wherever you want to be.
Yeah, how about that? No, no, seriously, wherever you stream, wherever you social media, wherever you are, there I am. So just look me up, man. And in actuality, man, it's best if you just look at the TWP Nation, man. Google search TWP Nation, and you'll find everything about it.
All your socials are that. That's how we found you on.
Yeah, because you got to have a brand name, right? You got to have a brand name. Everybody's like, oh, my name's Little Young such and such. Okay, go market that shit. Try Little Young such and such pants today. Try Little Young such and such vaginal cleaner today. No, it doesn't work, man. It doesn't. You got to have, TWP Nation Feminine Wash. It works. TWP Nation clothing.
I think that's some marketing shit. I think I'd buy that. Like,
I'm dead serious. TWP Nation burgers. Whatever you say, it works, and that's a brand, and that's marketing. So
TWP Nation hand sanitizer.
Exactly.
Just light them on up.
Guaranteed to burn for at least 10 seconds, man.
Just like my STDs.
But of course. Go ahead. And
what we're going to do, we're probably going to get ready to wrap up shortly.
Absolutely.
And of course, we're going to be back right here next Friday, right here on YouTube Live. And we're going to be having our Easter episode, which is going to feature adult film star Spencer Bradley. She will be joining us right here on the show. 7:30 stream starts. She will be joining us at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time.
Y'all going to hell for that one.
So
you're going to hell for that one.
We know.
Decided
he's over here like, yes,
we are driving the bus and driving the boats and whatever, the tanks, whatever, straight into the battlefields of hell. And that's
great.
Yeah,
that's great.
We definitely need to get together soon, man.
Absolutely,
like,
brother.
Do some co-hosting stuff, some collaboration stuff.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun. We'll definitely stay in touch. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and end our stream right here live on YouTube Live. And Twizm, would you be able to hang out 1 second?
Of course, brother. Absolutely.
All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is for every and it pops right back up to the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse that we had up. So,
Disney's leaving you a subliminal message for the end of the show.
Yeah, they sure are. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and end our live stream right here on YouTube Live.